Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to Trinity Rain. Welcome. Thank you for coming in to watch the replay. And thank you for those who have decided to click on the video to learn a little bit more about Trinity Rain. So thank you. I'll give you a few more minutes to come in. Thank you. So just to get started, I wanted to create this video to give you a little introduction about Trinity Rain, a little bit information about myself and what this platform is all about. So my name is Diaquilin Bell. By employment, I am a certified registered nurse practitioner. And I do currently work as a nurse practitioner. So this platform here that I created, this is a personal platform for me in many different ways. This is outside. This is something that I decided to come up with outside of my day-to-day, as we would call it, 9 to 5. And how this platform came about, I would say probably about 2 years ago, I was on a personal inner healing journey and had taken some time to do what I would call a sabbatical. It was still working, but I called it a sabbatical because I was definitely away from home for close to a year. And in the midst of that time being away, I was in a place to where I had time to do a lot of self-reflection. I had time to do a lot of thinking about what I wanted, goals, aspirations. And some of it brought about things that I didn't want to address. Some of it brought about just pain that I had, suppressed and didn't think about and didn't want to address. So, the name Trinity Rain came about me when in the midst of that particular journey in my life. And basically what I wanted to create, or what I have created here, and my goals for this platform, is a health and wellness platform that is going to allow individuals a way to safely and comfortably talk about alternative ways to healing emotionally, to healing physically, spiritually, and even mentally. And so to just kind of clarify that a little bit, what I mean by that is, typically, me being a Christian, I can only speak from my personal experience. We get a lot of times when we're going through something emotionally or mentally, just pray about it. And, it'll be okay. And oftentimes we're not given any type of instructions of how to deal with certain things that we're going through. And sometimes there may be additional avenues or additional modalities or things that we may have to incorporate in addition to prayer to kind of help us guide and foster our way through that healing process. So that's really what, in a nutshell, this platform is about. It's a non-judgmental platform to allow people to discuss their journey and what they use to get there. You'll notice I do post a lot on our Trinity Rain Facebook page about different ways to help with your physical health, and that's because by nature I am in the healthcare field, and so I highly encourage myself as well and others to do things as natural as possible if we can, to kind of help with healing, whether that's eating better, learning about new methods or new things that we may be able to add to our daily lifestyles that can actually help us a little bit. So I'm all about providing that education that'll give us a little bit more information to help us live our higher self, or live to our best, the capabilities, basically, and having optimal wellness, basically. So one of the things that I found, and I would say a couple of things, one of the things that I found along my healing process, in addition to prayer, I found journaling to be very beneficial. Some people may choose to do that, and some people may not. But this is a way to kind of give some ideas of things in addition to prayer that you may want to incorporate to bring about your healing, or your inner healing. The other method is meditation. I did take the time to learn a little bit more about meditation. I actually continue that to this day because I found that to be a way to really help me as well. Some of the other things that really helped was I enjoyed sitting out in nature. Just sitting out, enjoying the fresh air, sitting in the grass, letting the wind, the sunlight just rest upon you. There's healing even in the midst of that. So those are some things that I did. In addition to that, I would go and get by some running water, hence Trinity Rain. Running water was actually kind of going on at the time when I came up with this name. But anyway, sidetrack. Getting by water, whether it's running water or some kind of clear natural water, I found that to be beneficial to me as well. Not necessarily doing all of these at the same time, not in the same day, but just a variety of different things. Also choosing to remove negative people or negative comments away from my inner ear so that would not affect my journey as well. And so those are just to name a few things that I did. And me being in the I didn't have to take any kind of medication now to knock anybody who's on that, but those were alternative methods I used to help bring about my emotional and inner healing that I journey that I went upon. And I want this platform to be a way for us to continue the dialogue, for us to continue the conversation about what other methods other people may be using that might have helped them to get along their journey. So what you'll find is I do have a website personally, my TrinityRainWaters.com website. It's mainly geared toward focusing on inner, spiritual, physical, and mental healing for those. You're welcome to go over and view that website at your leisure. However, these videos will be up to just basically educate and inform. And periodically, I'll be posting the videos on some information that I might have learned about alternative things. I get in my day-to-day work, and even in some of the past positions I've had, I've gotten a ton of questions about, can I take this herb with this medicine? Can I take this herb, or will this help with this? And so part of my journey to creating this platform was really stemmed or rooted from me researching a lot of things to help with not so much my patients on my current position, but in the previous positions that I've been in, and even people that I may run across now. And they were wanting to know how can they safely do things. And so I wanted to give them as much education or knowledge as possible to safely do what they needed to do. And not causing any harm or anything like that. So I did my research and tried to make sure I informed them of things that might have been contraindicated with taking certain herbs or medications together, so that they can be better informed. And so, in the process or in the midst of doing that, the journey to learning more about health and wellness and alternative medicine and things like that really kind of, I wouldn't say birth in more of a platform fashion, because I think that was always been a part of my personal life. So this platform is just here so that you guys can be more informed about little health tips that I may come across, and share with you guys about different, whether it's an herb, whether it's some information about how beneficial a vegetable, some properties that it had that we didn't know, some things that we may just want to be mindful of. So just wanting to be an educational arena, so that we can all strive for optimal wellness and health, to living our the best life that we can live, and doing our part, So now, whether that someone is on medication or not on medication, this platform is not here to judge you about that. We're here to educate and inform, and equip you with information that you might want to go back and share with your doctor, and let them know you learned about this, and say, hey, or your provider, or whoever you're seeing that's managing your health care. And so just to say, hey, we learned a little bit about this, and all the information I'll be sharing with you will be research-based, evidence-based. So it's not designed to replace whatever therapy or plan of care that you have with your current provider. This is just an educational platform. Okay, so my disclaimer is that I'm not here to be your provider. I am not here to prescribe or change any regimen that you're currently on. This is just a platform to give you a little bit more knowledge to better your health in that way. So I think I have went on and on enough. So hopefully I'll check in with you guys again with some health tips and some health information that will help you live this journey and walk this journey with peace and love and happiness.